Is $3,000 in the USA more than 1,500 euros in Portugal? Not always, because it's not just about how much you earn, but how much you have left after paying for living expenses. Here are 7 countries where earnings truly make sense. Let's start. In this ranking, we don't just look at how much you earn, because salary is only half the truth. What matters is how much money you have left in your pocket after paying for basic living costs like housing, food, transportation, and healthcare. That's why we considered 3 key indicators: the average net salary, which is your real income after taxes, the average monthly living cost for one person, and the difference between them, which shows the actual purchasing power of residents in a given country, and the difference between these two values. In Switzerland, the average net salary is about $6,500 a month, making it one of the highest in the world. However, living costs are just as high, averaging $3,400 a month, mainly due to expensive housing, food, and services. Even so, the average worker has over $3,000 left clean, which gives them enormous purchasing power. Switzerland offers a fantastic quality of life. It's safe, clean, and transportation and healthcare work perfectly. The downside, however, is the extremely high prices. For example, lunch out can cost over 30 francs. Interestingly, Switzerland regularly ranks first in global rankings for purchasing power and citizen savings. The next country is Luxembourg. The average net earnings in Luxembourg are about $5,100 a month. Living costs are significant, about $2,800, but still allow you to save over $2,300 a month. Luxembourg is one of the most economically stable countries in Europe, with low unemployment and high-quality education and healthcare. Life here is peaceful, though some find it monotonous. Interestingly, over 200,000 people commute to work in Luxembourg every day from neighboring countries. That's more than a third of the country's population. In Singapore, the average net salary is about $4,300. Living costs are about $2,500, relatively high, especially for housing. Despite this, an average of about $1,800 remains monthly. This city-state offers an incredibly stable business environment, excellent infrastructure, and no capital gains tax. The downside is high professional pressure and very expensive real estate. Singapore is one of the best organized cities in the world, from public transport to administration, but also one of the most expensive. The average salary for foreign workers in Dubai is about $3,500 a month. Living costs with a moderate lifestyle are about $2,000, so about $1,500 remain. The biggest advantage of living in the UAE is the lack of income tax and the luxurious lifestyle, which is accessible to many expats. However, the disadvantages are social inequalities and the costs of private healthcare and education, which must be covered independently. Interestingly, as many as 85% of Dubai's residents are foreigners. They form a multicultural, dynamic community. In the USA, the average net salary is about $4,200 a month, but living costs, especially in large cities, reach about $3,200. This means about $1,000 is left over, though differences between states are huge. The advantages of living in the USA are broad career opportunities, diversity, and freedom of choice. The disadvantages are high prices for medical services and housing, as well as the lack of public healthcare. Fun fact, in states like Texas or Tennessee, with the same salary, you can live up to twice as cheaply as in California or New York. The average net salary in Portugal is about $1,300 a month. Living costs are low, averaging about $900, so about $500 remain. Although earnings are lower here, the country attracts people with its mild climate, cheap food, and relaxed lifestyle. For digital nomads, it's one of the most accessible places in Europe. The downsides are low local wages and bureaucracy. Interestingly, in many coastal towns, Portuguese people are now a minority. That's how many foreigners have decided to move there. Australia offers some of the highest salaries, averaging about $4,500 net dollars a month. Living costs in large cities like Sydney or Melbourne are about $2,800, which allows for saving about $1,700. The advantages of living in Australia are a very high quality of life, access to excellent healthcare, and earnings that allow for real savings, even for manual laborers. The downsides are the high cost of real estate and the distance from the rest of the world. Fun fact: in Australia, a plumber can earn more than a junior programmer in Europe. Not everyone needs a high salary to live well. If you work remotely and earn in dollars, euros, or pounds, you can live very comfortably in countries where living costs are much lower. Here are 4 places that digital nomads from all over the world love. Thailand has been one of the most popular destinations for freelancers, online creators, and remote workers for years. The average cost of living in Bangkok or Chiang Mai is $800 to $1,200 a month, with a very high quality of life. The internet is fast and stable, the tourist infrastructure is well developed, and street food is cheap and delicious. Many cafes and co-working spaces are open 24 hours a day, and a digital nomad visa is becoming easier to get. Additional advantages include beaches, exotic culture, and low service prices. For example, a massage for $6. Cities like Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Playa del Carmen have become hotspots for remote workers from Europe and the USA. Living in these places costs an average of $900 to $1,300 a month. The advantages of Mexico are its rich culture, good food, low rental prices, and vibrant nightlife. Many people also praise the friendly locals and the ease of finding local expat communities. Additionally, the time zone fits very well for working with clients from the USA or Canada. Kuala Lumpur and Penang are some of the most underrated yet comfortable places to live for remote workers. For about $900 to $1,200 a month, you can live here at a high standard, in apartments with a pool and gym. Malaysia offers fast internet, very cheap public transport, and high-quality medical services. The country is safe, multicultural, and open to foreigners. An additional plus is the widespread knowledge of English. A high salary is one thing, but if all your earnings are eaten up by bills, you don't get to live your life. The most money is left in your pocket in Switzerland, Luxembourg, and Australia. But if you like warmth, Dubai or Portugal are a good compromise. The choice is yours. And you? Which country would you like to work and live in? Let me know in the comments. If you like this ranking, subscribe and hit the like button so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, take care. Bye for now.